Today, we're going to turn this into this. So let's get started. Hey guys, XJ here. Welcome in. Today, we're going to custom paint a car from scratch, and I will show you a way. It is not the way, but it is my way and how I organize the files in order to prepare those for the spec map, which will be in the follow-on video. Now, the car we're using for inspiration today is this one. This was the introduction to the next gen. I think all three models had their own special paint job. We're going to work off this Camaro, the Chevrolet model, and do something along those lines. Here we are in the base paint, and again, this is the base template file for the Chevrolet next gen. I've gone ahead and saved it so that I'm not disturbing the original file, which I know you are aware of since we discussed that in previous videos. We've got, again, our base paint here and all our templates. So the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and change this base paint to a white. Actually, no, I take that back. We're going to do this as a base black. I think that'll work better as far as working the fade. So there we go. Selected black, boom, complete. Now, I'm not going to get into a lot of details here, guys. If you don't know anything about Photoshop, I would tell you to check some other videos on YouTube. So there we go. We've got that base paint. Now I want to come up here and check the wire. The wire diagram is white, but we're going to have white on this car. So let's go ahead and change this color overlay, and we'll make this something about something bright so that we can see it. Does that work? Purple works. Pink, whatever that color is. All right, we've got that set up. I feel like, yep, I'm ready to go here. Now, a few things I'm going to do immediately out of the gate. Now, we have our car patterns. Disregard that for the moment, but I'm going to go ahead and create a couple of folders here. One, this will be the base paint. Two will be our stickers we'll have on the car, and drag that to the top. And three, we're going to need one for the flag that we're draping across. That's the, as you noticed here, we're going to need one for that. And I'm going to work another one in here for the paint fade. Did I spell it right? Yeah, I can't see it because of the marker. Okay, paint fade. All right, so there's 4 folders I'm going to work from in order to make this thing happen. I'm going to go ahead and create this paint fade. And to do that, I'm going to use this little trick with the car patterns. So I believe that is the fade paint right there. Going to drag that one up, drop it in the paint fade folder, and then we can get rid of that car patterns folder altogether now. Don't need it. Make sure everything else is off that needs to be off. Mandatory, wire, awesome. Turn that off. Perfect. And then come down here and there we go. Okay, so from here, we're going to use RGB channels in order to create this fade that we're looking for. So it's real easy. Over here to channels, and we're going to take the blue channel first. Click the marching ants, go back to the layer, new layer, mask. It has attached that there. Turn that off. Click the pattern layer again, channels. Let's click on the green this time. And I always do this in order. I think there is a good reason for it, but I couldn't tell you exactly what that reason is. New layer, mask. There's the green layer. Turn that off. Go back to the patterns last time, and we're going to collect the red channel. Marching ants, back over, new layer, mask. There, we have all our red, blue, green data that we need to create this nice fade, and it's real easy to do that. As you can see, I'll turn these on right now. Got nothing but a blank screen. But if I will go over here, now what's nice about this red, blue, green channel is you can take, let's just take any color. We'll take this gold, right? And paint on a layer, click, and it's grabbed that data for a nice fade over there using those RGB channels. You can do that for all 3 of these, put whatever colors you want on them. It creates a really nice gradient across the car. It's just a quick way to do it. in our situation today, it works really well because we are going from black to white in the front. So what we want to do is create that white, and let's grab the color, maximum white it out. There it is, all the way to FFF, and boom, we've got it on the front there. And on this one, I am probably going to use a little bit lighter shade of gray to just get the fade back. And then this one should be our black. Now, we've got a gradient across the car. Go ahead and click that base layer back on again, and you can see, you can play with this a little bit, right, to see what it does regarding the different channels and how they work. But for our purposes today, I think this is going to work out great. I do want the car a little bit more black into the white, and what we'll do with this gray is probably work in some type of mask on it, pull some out, leave some in. We'll see how this goes as we paint it along. But I definitely want this all more black on the doors and on the top to work in with the checkered flag. So base paint for now seems to be done. Okay, we've got, again, I've got it in separate folders for a reason. I'll show you later when we work the spec map. It'll allow me to be a little bit more creative with the paint, and that's why I separated into folders. Okay, so that's that piece is done. Let's move on to the flag. Now, I've already organized a lot of my files that I want to use into a folder on the computer, as you can see right here. And I would highly recommend that you do the same thing anytime you're working on paints for your logos, whatever it is you need, reference files, etc., etc. Okay, so let's go ahead and start dragging some files in here. This will be the flag file that we want to use in order to create the paint. So going to expand this out a little bit, and we'll just start playing with it. There's no right, wrong reason. Just trying to get it generally where I would like it on the car, and to match what it was we're going with. So that's pretty good. I think for the most part, I can work with that. I'd like some more of those ripples, honestly. Yeah, let's go there. We'll twist it a little bit. All right, I'm going to put that in the flag folder, and then for this situation, I'm going to drag this in between the faded paint, okay, and our base paint. And the reason I'm doing that is because if you'll notice on the car here, it does fade into the black and it fades into the white. And so this way I can use a mask later to bring out a little bit more of this flag in the middle, but it'll also work a nice fade into both of the colors, the black and the white. Just bear with me. Hopefully this will work out the way I see. Again, that's the gray, the middle gradient, if you remember. And I'm going to leave that off for now because I think that looks better as far as how it fades into. So thought it might go that way. All right, we got this flag here. So I think the placement is good for my purposes. So what I'm going to do is duplicate the layer of this flag. I'm going to go ahead and move it to the opposite side of the car because we want this as symmetrical as possible, right? Let's flip it vertical, and let's should be about right there. Okay, good. That'll work for our purposes. Again, it's not rocket science. Oh, we took it a little too far. Let's move it back. Excuse me. Let's move that back. Let's flip it again. Vertical. Okay. Turning on the wire might help right now. And then see how far we got to move it up. Right there on the vent, I think, is where will probably look good. And we'll check this side, make sure. Now, all I'm doing when it comes to moving the paint around in the scheme is this is where the wire diagram is very, very helpful. So you can see, we've got this one line, the first line right here on this piece is the same one here. So it really helps to match them up if you're trying to be exact as possible. the wire diagram is a great thing. And that's one of the reasons I went ahead and changed the color, because we would not have seen that on this white. It would have just faded off, and it would have been much more difficult to look at. So, all right, that's good with the flag as far as what we have right now on general placement. Okay, and again, this is general placement. Okay, that's all I'm trying to do right now is get things generally on here. So let's go ahead and drag in a few more things. Let's drag in our bow tie. Okay, let's drag in our nope. Let's just go bow tie. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and if you ever grab something on here, guys, and it moves, you don't mean to, Control Z is your friend. Okay. Now I'm going to get the general placement of the logo on the car where I want it. Okay. And that's looking pretty good as far as placement. I'm going to make sure that file is dragged into the stickers file here that you see highlighted. There's the file. Make sure it pops into stickers because that's where I want it. Might want this just a little. It's okay if it cuts off right there, but make sure we got enough room. Okay, so I'm going to now move around these other ones real quick, and then I'll bring. We'll start back up again. Okay, so now I've got my stickers placed where I would like them. And again, everything as far as my stickers is in one folder. Reason I do that is because I want these to look like stickers on the car, and I'm going to use the spec map to do that. If I separate the file out now, it makes it a whole lot easier later when we build the spec map. Okay, so it's just on and off. You can see all the stickers, one file. Okay. And again, if you're trying to find different logos and whatnot, Google is your best friend, guys. Just quick search, check under pics, images, and you can pull something down. Sometimes you may need to mask the actual, you won't get a PNG file, which you need on here, obviously for the transparency. So you have to create that yourself, but it's really easy as far as just using Photoshop. All right, so we've got the stickers placed where we would like them on the car. And the next thing we need to work toward is this flag. Okay, so we're going to come back and revisit the flag now and start to fade out these hard edges, okay, and also get rid of it inside of the Chevrolet emblem. So we'll just go with this one first. I'm going to hit mask. I'm going to come over here, make sure the black is selected, hit the paintbrush. I'm going to, hardness is already down to 0. I'm doing this for a reason. And opacity, let's take that to 25%, okay? And then we're just going to start getting rid of some of the paint as far as the flag goes, and start to fade it out. Now, I'm just fading it out around the emblem, up top a little bit right now. Just a little bit of back and forth is all it takes. You can see since the opacity's down, it's not masking it completely. But I want it to start to fade into the paint. And I'm going to use this mask in order to do that and accomplish it. That looks pretty good. I like that up here. And now, since we've got it where we want it, we can drag that up to 100%, drag the mask down a little bit, and then let's get rid of all of it inside of the emblem there, okay? Because we want that solid black. That's how it is on that paint job. We're going to keep it that way. All right, looking pretty good there. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for the one at the top. Again, highlight the file, click on mask. Make sure, I think we had opacity at 25%, and bring this up a little more, and then start to fade this out again. Now, I'm sure there's a number of ways that you can do this. This is just the way I do it, okay? Working with layering. There's no right or wrong, I don't think, but some of you may have a better technique than mine. By all means, use it, but for me, this is what I got. Okay, so this is all I got. All right, that's pretty good there. Bring that opacity back up to 100%. We'll get rid of, nope, not 1%. I know, there we go. This is a couple zeros. Bring that mask down a little bit more in size so I don't spill over. And okay, we've gotten that's pretty good as far as the fade of the flag that I like on the front, on the back, excuse me, into the black. Now let's work this hard edge that we've got into the hood. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again. So it doesn't matter which mask you start with. Make sure you click the mask before you start this, guys. If you're on another file and you're painting and going, well, it's not doing anything, the reason is because you're probably on another file. So I'm going to bring this one down to 20 and start to work this edge out. Now, you got to click. Every time you click and drag, it applies a new bit of opacity to it. Okay. And that's pretty damn good right there. Okay. I like that. Let's go to the top one and we'll start to work this one. And again, I'm just going to work it until I got a more of a fade than that hard edge of where it changes. And that's, excuse me, pretty good right there. So both of those, that went pretty quick. Now, there's some other things that we've got to get rid of. You can see the flag on the doorposts, on other parts in the car. We need to get rid of that. So we'll also use a mask. Bring that up again to, why is it doing that, guys? 100%. And I'm going to bring the hardness all the way up this time, just so it's as clean as possible. And I'm going to start getting rid of this. It doesn't need to be on that part. We're going to get rid of the doorposts also here. And you'll notice the wire frame is a very good guide for what is on the car and what is not. So even though, prime example, let's zoom down into here. So looking at this wire diagram, you can see here on the edge, all right, the purple wire is what needs to be painted. Anything past that, outside of that, toward the inside here, toward the window or toward this piece, this is not going to show. So you don't have to worry about it. But good guide to use. All right, let's finish this up right quick so that we can move on to the next step, and I'll speed this up in the video. Okay, so the paint's coming along pretty well. Now, the next thing that I want to do is, again, I mentioned that I wanted to drag this or make this flag right in this area pop a little bit more. If you remember when I drug the flag underneath the paint fade, right? See how it kind of pops a little more when I turn the fade off? If I drag it on top, it's not going to give me the look that I want as far as the fade in. I think it works better doing it this way. So in order for me to get this to pop out, what I'm going to do is on the paint fade folder, I'm going to make a mask. And from there, we are going to, let's bring it down about 60% should be good. Okay. Make it a little bit larger here. And what I will do is highlight. It might be a little bold. Okay. Yep, a little too much. Let's go down to 40%. It's a little too stark. And now we'll do, there we go. Okay. Now we're getting there. So, and all I'm doing is just making this a little bit more vibrant right here in the middle. Okay. Where that flag will pop on the side of the car. I like how it fades in kind of into the shadow there, so that works. Kind of using some of the waviness of the flag also right there, those edges to either make them pop or not pop as much. Okay, drag that a little bit more. And then we're going to do the same thing up in this area of the car. And every time you re-click and drag, you're going to get it a little deeper and a little darker. Okay. Okay, clean that up. Now, generally, we have the base paint complete here, minus the black hood scoop that is on the car. You can't see it in this photo, but the hood scoop is black just right here on the interior of it. Now, the several ways you can tackle this. I think the way that I am going to do it will be to, let's go to the paint fade folder, create another layer, go over here and use the pen tool. Okay, grab the pen tool, black fill, no outside stroke. And we're just going to kind of paint, I think it's down in here because this hood scoop, this is where it falls a little bit as far as on the wire diagram. It falls in toward an indentation. So let's start here. Okay. I'm gonna go, you know what? Let's just start here. And we will work our way around this wire diagram, and I'm sure I will speed this up. Okay, there we go. I want that hard edge. You can, let me scroll in here. If you want something more smooth, you can always drag and drop the corner edges. So convert point, is that what I need to do? Yep. And there you go. And you can make them smooth if you would prefer something, but I want a hard edge as far as that goes around that hood scoop, and I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. Almost kind of looks like a badge, doesn't it? So let's name this hood scoop. And guys, I think that may be it. I think we may be done. So let's turn off the wire diagram. Let's turn off all of these, right? Or do not turn off before exporting file. And now we're going to save it and pull it over here to, I'm going to save it on the car number. That way it'll show clean. Boom, got it. Let's move that file into our main iRacing file, and we can see what it looks like. And there it is. Okay, not bad for a first swing at that. Not bad at all. Just working off the template. I do like how it has the flag is fading into the car. I think that looks good. And the stickers seem to be, as far as in good placement. That one may be a little higher than that one on that side. Go back in and readjust that a little bit. But yeah, other than that, guys, there you go. There's the base paint file. Now, this is just the start. It's a great start, but where the magic really happens is with the spec map. So when we get to the next video and we talk about how you can manipulate the spec map to really make this paint pop, then we're going to talk about something special. Okay, so other than that, guys, it's just that simple. Again, I think organization is the biggest piece of this, right? And for me, you know, with the stickers folder, the paint fade, the flag, the base paint, all of these, you know, have their own pieces that they play in that layer one on top of the other in order to create this little cool car right here. So yeah, I'm kind of digging that. Hope that helped. And the next thing we're going to do is create the spec map for this car. So check out the next video for that. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, consider hitting that like button. It really helps the channel. You can also subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload any additional content. Follow me on Twitter to find out when I'm streaming. Thanks for watching.